Okay, so what if I told you that your t-shirt could actually do your networking for you? Seriously. Today, we're going to dive into something called the walking lead magnet. It's this wild strategy that literally turns what you're wearing into your most powerful connection tool. It's pretty cool. I mean, you know the scene, right? We've all been there. You're in a crowded conference hall, it's just a blur of faces, and you've got this pocket full of business cards that, let's be honest, you're probably never going to look at again. For most of us, these things just feel like, well, more chaos than actual connection. But what if you could just get rid of all that chaos? Like, completely. What if you never had to awkwardly interrupt a really good conversation just to dig for a business card ever again? Well, that is the powerful promise we're going to explore today. All right, so first up, the old networking playbook. And really, to get why this new approach is such a game changer, we've got to look at why the old way of doing things is, well, it's just so broken for so many of us. And yeah, this really hits home, doesn't it? You know how it is? You have a great chat with someone, and an hour later, you can barely remember their name. You lose the one business card you actually wanted to keep. You spend all this energy just trying not to blend into the sea of people. It's a frustrating cycle, right? All that effort for such a low return on your time. Okay, enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. And I want to be clear here. This isn't just some small tweak or a minor improvement. We're talking about a complete paradigm shift. It's all about turning yourself into what we're calling a walking lead magnet. So, what is a walking lead magnet exactly? Well, think of it like this. It's a strategy where your actual clothes, your shirt or your jacket, is embedded with smart tech. And that tech does the initial networking for you. The key here is that it's passive, it's totally frictionless, and it's always working. And this is a huge mindset shift. You go from being just another person in the room, hunting for connections, to becoming a center of gravity. You become the hub that just naturally and effortlessly pulls people in. It's a total flip of the script. Okay, so you're probably wondering, who's the brain behind this whole thing? Well, it's not just one company. It's actually a really powerful partnership between two key players who are bringing the digital and the physical worlds together in a super smart way. So on one side, you've got Maltix. They're the tech brains, right? They're building the digital progressive web app, which is kind of like an app, but nobody has to download anything, and they manage all those CRM automation on the back end. Then, on the other side, you have Kent Workwear. They're the hardware. They provide the high-quality clothes and handle all the embroidery, the printing, the shipping, the whole shebang. It's really this seamless marriage of code and clothing. And what this partnership does is it creates this incredibly lean and super powerful business model for you. Think about it. You don't have to manage any inventory, you don't deal with logistics, your job. You get to be the brand architect. You just focus on the big picture, on the strategy, while they handle all the nitty-gritty, operational heavy lifting. Pretty awesome, right? Now, let's flip it around and think about the person you're connecting with. For them, the experience is just seamless. And honestly, it's impressive. There are no apps to download, there's no awkward fumbling for cards. It's just a simple, elegant scan. That whole barrier to making a connection, it's just gone. And what's left is a really, really memorable first impression. All right, so we've got the concept, we've got the team behind it. Now, let's talk about your strategy in action. How does this actually play out when you're on a busy trade show floor? So picture this. You're deep in a great conversation with a potential client. Instead of breaking that flow to swap cards, you just casually say something like, most people at these events are just trying to blend in. I help my clients stand out. Hey, just scan my shoulder here. You'll see my full profile, my portfolio, everything. I mean, how cool is that? It's a live demo that's confident, it's innovative, and it's absolutely impossible to forget. And the best part? Setting this up for a client is actually a super simple 5-step process. First, you have the consultation, where you pick out the Maltix URL and the style of workwear. Then comes the design phase. After that, the tech setup. Maltix configures the PWA and CRM. Step 4 is fulfillment, where Ken Workwear does their magic and ships it out. And finally, step 5, monetization, where you charge your fee. It's this really clean, efficient workflow you can just repeat over and over again. Which brings us to the business of standing out. Because let's be clear, this is way more than just a clever networking gimmick. It's a genuine revenue stream. You're not just selling your clients a way to get noticed, you're selling them a direct, totally frictionless way to generate new business. And the pricing model reflects that value.
It's designed to be really scalable. You'll see there are these clear tiers that offer a super accessible entry point for clients who maybe just want to start with the digital tools. But then there are these obvious value-packed ways for them to upgrade to the full experience when they're ready. So let's just break down what you get at each level. The digital-only tier is £149. That gets your client in the door with the QR frame and digital cards set up. Then, for just 50 more, at £199, they jump to digital plus NFC. That adds a physical tap-to-phone card and a custom CRM, which is a big step up. And then you have the full brand package. At £249 and up, they get the whole shebang. The Pro Tech bundle plus the custom smart garments from Kent Workwear. It's a really clear value ladder. So, after all this, you really have to stop and think. We've just seen how technology can turn something as simple as a shirt into a lead-generating machine. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Is your clothing just clothing? Or could it be your next, and maybe your smartest, business opportunity?